In a bustling village by the Sea of Galilee, a young boy named Samuel lived with his mother. Samuel was known for his cheerful spirit and his willingness to help anyone in need. He often carried water for the elderly, gathered firewood for his neighbors, and even helped his mother bake bread for their small family. But Samuel had a big dream. He wanted to do something extraordinary, something that would make a difference in the world. One day, news spread through the village that Jesus, the teacher and healer, was nearby. Crowds began to gather, streaming out of the village and into the open fields to hear him speak. Samuel's heart raced with excitement. He had heard stories of Jesus' miracles, how he had healed the sick, calmed storms, and even raised the dead. Samuel begged his mother to let him go, and she agreed, packing a small lunch for him, 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. When Samuel arrived at the hillside, he was amazed by the size of the crowd. Thousands of people had gathered, sitting on the grass, listening intently to Jesus' words. Samuel squeezed through the crowd, trying to get closer. He wanted to see Jesus up close, to hear his voice, to feel the warmth of his presence. As the sun began to set, the disciples grew concerned. "Master," one of them said, "it's getting late. The people are hungry. Should we send them away to find food?" Jesus looked at the crowd with compassion. "They don't need to leave," he said. "You give them something to eat." The disciples were puzzled. "But we only have 5 loaves and 2 fish," another said, gesturing to the small basket they had found. Samuel's ears perked up. He recognized the description of the food. It was his lunch. Without hesitation, he stepped forward, holding out his basket. "Here," he said shyly. "You can use mine." Jesus smiled down at Samuel, his eyes filled with kindness. "Thank you, little one," he said. "Your generosity will feed many today." Samuel watched in awe as Jesus took the loaves and fish, lifted them toward heaven, and gave thanks. Then, he began to break the bread and distribute it to the disciples, who passed it out to the crowd. Miraculously, the food kept multiplying. No matter how much they gave out, there was always more. Samuel's heart swelled with joy as he saw the people eating and laughing, their hunger satisfied. He had never imagined that his small offering could be part of something so incredible. When the meal was over, the disciples gathered 12 baskets of leftovers, more than they had started with. As the crowd began to disperse, Jesus called Samuel over. "You did a wonderful thing today," he said, placing a hand on the boy's shoulder. "Because of your willingness to share, thousands were fed. Never underestimate what God can do with a little, when it's given with love." Samuel beamed with pride. "I just wanted to help," he said. "And you did," Jesus replied. "Remember, Samuel, it's not the size of the gift that matters, but the heart behind it. Keep giving, keep loving, and you will always make a difference." From that day on, Samuel carried those words in his heart. He continued to help others, not because he wanted to be noticed, but because he knew that even the smallest act of kindness could change someone's life. And whenever he told the story of the day he shared his lunch with Jesus, he would smile and say, "It's not about how much you have, it's about how much you're willing to give." And so, in a field by the Sea of Galilee, a little boy's simple act of generosity became a miracle that fed thousands and inspired countless others to give what they could, no matter how small it seemed.